You said peppermint black bean brownies? I think I've tried those and I love them. I love them so much. And you have a recipe? You're gonna show us a recipe? Monica, this is awesome. I'm so excited, yay!
I'm so glad that you're excited. I'm excited too, Evolution Girl. My name is Mónica Fernandes with Evolution Essentials, and welcome. Today we are making exactly that, peppermint black bean brownies with peppermint essential oil. I know it sounds so weird, but it's going to be so delicious and amazing, I promise you. And if you are on a kick with peppermint, like I have been lately, I want you to really dive into this recipe with me because you're going to love them. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Click on the bell, the notification bell, so you know every time that I upload a new video, and you can hang with me and stick around because I have a free gift for you at the end. Let's get started. Evolution Girl is totally right. Peppermint is so yummy. It's so refreshing. And if you have not seen anything about peppermint essential oil, you should check out my video up here on peppermint essential oil to soothe and uplift, because that will tell you on how to use peppermint every way possible. So the reason that I wanted to do this is because I eat gluten-free. And years ago, I was looking for a recipe that would be gluten-free, but that would not suck. I didn't want to use those flours that sometimes, they're gluten-free, but, they have other things and they're processed. And I came across this recipe that takes black beans. I know it sounds terrible, but the truth is that black beans don't really have that much of a taste. You can't really taste the black beans in the brownie itself. So it's unbelievable. And they're so amazing. And another video that I did that you might want to check out if you want to use peppermint essential oil aromatically, right here on how to use peppermint essential oil in a diffuser with diffuser blend recipes for every occasion. Check that out next, because that really focuses on the aromatic benefits. Peppermint is so refreshing. It's so amazing. It's known for its uplifting, refreshing, and obviously for its flavorful properties. And since these are not your typical brownies, okay, I'm going to give you some health highlights of why the ingredients here are really good for you. So bear with me. I'm going to go through them as you're going to see me with the recipe. But some of these ingredients contain some pretty impressive health benefits. And here are just a few examples. So black beans are a really great source of fiber. And I promise you, you are not going to taste the black bean. It really is just going to replace that flour that you would use in making brownies normally. Then the coconut oil, studies have shown that coconut oil can help improve cardiovascular health and really reduce cardiovascular risks. So that's really good for your heart. And I obviously recommend organic, you guys, obviously. Honey. Honey contains phytonutrients that contain antibacterial and antiviral properties that boost the immune system. So really, this is going to make it easier for you to fight any type of environmental issues. And peppermint is so refreshing. It's so flavorful and uplifting, and it's so yummy. And peppermint is also known to calm your stomach. So these black bean brownies, not only are they delicious, but they're going to be really good for your stomach. And if you're brand new to essential oils, check out this video right here on the top 10 benefits of essential oils. Here's the recipe. I'm going to post the recipe now, and then I'm going to give you the amounts as I go along. And also at the end, I will have the recipe again for you. You can take a screenshot. If you're on your computer, you can take a picture of it. So that will be good. Okay, let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. And you'll see I'm going to have some interruptions within this recipe. I can't do anything. There's certain things that I just can't control. I just can't. What are you gonna do? I just can't control it.
You're going to need a can of black beans. I'm using organic, but you don't have to. Honey, chocolate chips, coconut oil, I use also organic, some salt, cocoa powder, baking powder, and la pièce de résistance, obviously peppermint essential oil, and 2 eggs that I don't have here on camera, but you need 2 eggs as well. So before you turn the oven on, you need to grease your pan. So I'm using some parchment paper, and I have some cashew butter here. You can use real butter if you want, but I'm trying to do this dairy-free. And I'm going to grease my pan all over. This is a really good tip to keep your fingers not greasy. So I just do it all over. Make sure you coat every corner so the brownies don't stick to it. Really simple and a great tip for you. Just keep doing it until it's done. And after that, you can just discard that. And you've got a greased pan, and you can put it on the side. Before you go on, set your oven to 350. So one of the things that you need to do is rinse your black beans. So you see how in the can there's all this gunk? You want to make sure that you rinse it out completely. And under cold water, really simple, I just really shake my strainer so to make sure that I get everything, move it around a little bit. I'm doing here one-handed because I'm holding the phone on the other hand, but you get the idea. And then I just let it sit in the sink for a few minutes until they're a bit dry. So now you put your black beans in your food processor. And then you throw a little salt and your coconut oil. It's a bit of a pain to get out of the cup, but just be patient. Then your honey. Make sure you get a spatula to get all that out. You see I have a couple of little girl helpers over there, very curious. Then you place 2 eggs. Then baking powder. Then 4 drops of peppermint essential oil. And your cocoa powder. And you pulse. Now make sure that you check out in my description, as I have 25% off on the essential oil brand that I use for you. Then you put it all in a bowl. Make sure you get a spatula to make sure you get all of it out. After that, you're gonna get your chocolate chips, and you're going to put them in there, and you're going to fold them gently, leaving aside about a 1/4 cup, so you can sprinkle those on top before it goes in the oven. So now you're going to gently put it in your greased pan. I'm not left-handed, so I was trying to not hit the camera and do this so you can see it. The best thing is so that you can lick the spoon at the end, but you don't have to do that, of course. Then you sprinkle the chocolate chips on top, and it goes in the oven. But before that, I had a problem here with my little helper. She wanted to help so badly that she did this to my stand where my phone was. Watch this. Oh yeah, she did. So now the brownies are ready to go in at 350 for 35 minutes. If you want to have them moist, make sure you use a toothpick, and if you want them a little harder, leave them out in there for a little longer, and then make sure you get them cooled down. And that's that. And here you have it. I'm eating mine on a plate because they're a little moist and I use a spoon.
I have a few tips for you. I'm telling you, I like mine a little moist and they're just so yummy. You're going to want more. And maybe the amount of this recipe, you might want to double it, because if you have a big family, if you want to make this for a lot of people, this amount is really not going to be enough. I'm telling you. I'm using, I think it's a 9x9 pan. You know, the recipe calls for an 8x8, but I didn't have an 8x8 pan. You know, you might want to double up on the recipe. Now, they don't grow immensely, so they're not going to be your thick, full of flour brownie. They're going to be, you know, pretty thin, but they're going to be delicious. And it's, you know, sometimes you might want to even have ice cream with it, but it's really not necessary. They're just such a wonderful treat any time of the year, really. They're refreshing when it's warm out, and they're really, really soothing when it's cold too. So I hope you love them, and I hope you got major value from this video. Please comment below if you made the recipe and what you thought about it. Let me know. I would love to know if you have any other cool tricks for these brownies. You know what? Another thing you can do is add some walnuts if you want. But I think the chocolate chips are just perfect as they are, as the recipe is just perfect as it is. But you can definitely throw some nuts in there if you want. I'm telling you, these are really decadent and just yummy, altogether yummy. They're just so amazingly yummy. I can't even tell you how yummy they are. They're yummy, you guys. They're so yummy. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to download in my description my free gift to you. It's 25 stress-reducing diffuser blends for your diffuser with essential oils. And they're just awesome combinations, 25 of my favorite ones, and I hope you enjoy that.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. See you next time.